Hello. I want to talk to you a little bit about morning routines and why they are useful. Routines. Routines. It sounded weird the first time I said it. It's my dog. So when you wake up in the morning, there's some people would say, and I would probably agree with them, that you should wake up feeling excited for the day. You should wake up and be ready to go. Like, you should jump out of bed, or you should feel pretty loose when you wake up. This is a mixture of a lot of things can help with that, like purpose for life, flexibility, mobility. It's all useful, obviously. Having a purpose in your life is useful. But yeah, if you can wake up like that, then you sleep awesome. Like, your sleep is great. Your mornings are like Care Bear heaven. It's just awesome bliss. For me, I wake up, I'm usually kind of slow to get up. I'm lazy, and I like some French toast a lot. I really like breakfast. It's like the best food ever. But what we're talking about is the morning routine, and this is just kind of a way to wake up your joints, wake up your body. Because I've started doing it in the last couple of years. I've really had a strong emphasis on the cars routine, and there is a link to said cars routine in my Instagram bio, and yeah, on the Linktree link. It's just like a free, here's what your joints do, this is what an elbow looks like, stuff like that. You can just kind of watch the video or get coaching, and we'll talk about them. That's one approach, and it works really well, especially if you're trying to speed up your learning process with the FRC stuff, with your joints. That's a good routine, especially for somebody that likes structure. Like, for me, for the past couple of years, I was really heavy into that, and yeah, structure and play. It's a crazy thing to balance, but if you're really into structure and you really want to learn more about what your joints can do, maybe you're doing a lot of FRC homework, you're doing that kind of stuff, definitely study your joints, learn about them. It's a good routine. But what I've gotten into more recently, and something I've known about for a while, is Max Shank's morning routine, which is, he calls it hashtag 5-minute flow. That's probably all over Instagram, and he's got probably in some of his videos on YouTube, stuff like that. You can learn from Max Shank. You can learn a lot from Max Shank. But the idea here is that when you wake up, you don't have to be a robot. Now, the cars, I mean, it's great. Yeah, it does feel good. I will admit, it feels good. It hits all of your ranges, mostly all of them. It's a good routine, but if you can wake up, and I'm going to make a quick note about waking up and feeling loose, and not every day is loose. A lot of people think that when you wake up in the morning and you're a flexible person, or like somebody like me, or somebody like whoever, a dancer. I'm not a dancer, but maybe someday. You wake up and you're really loose somehow because you're flexible during the day, that you're going to be flexible all the time and you never feel sticky. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. I feel sticky sometimes and it sucks. I'm human. But I do a lot to work with that, and daily. If you don't move at all throughout the day, you don't do anything, then waking up in the morning and moving for 5 minutes, you can set a timer if you need to. Do whatever you need to, really, like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Pick a specific region of your body. Only hit your tight spots. Do whatever you want to, really. Your morning routine doesn't have to be strict like a robot. That's the main point that I want to drive home to you as I practice getting my message across. It's a lifelong pursuit, but I will get it eventually. When you wake up, move. Please move. Your body's been still for hours. It's rough. It's annoying. And when you wake up, most people probably feel sticky anyway, so you need to work out some tight spots. So you wake up, maybe your shoulders feel jank as hell, so you do some of this. You do some spinal waves, which is like a learning thing in itself, but it's cool, and belly dancing's fun. Maybe you do some shoulder cars, and you find, oh, my shoulder, like my clavicle region right here, it's a little sticky. So maybe do a couple of those. Or you do some kind of thing on the floor where you're just moving around. You're just, you're doing some like yoga pose thing, right? You do something. The more free form you get with it, I think the more creative you'll feel, the more expressive it is, the more enjoyable it is. And that's really the big point here, is that when you do a CARS routine, it's very orderly, it's very structured, it's great. It gets the work done. You are a machine, you are the mobility god. But when you're improvising, when you're moving, being a human, you're just kind of doing your thing. There needs to be time for that, and I've started to mess with more of that recently. Like when you wake up in the morning, maybe your hips feel super, super jank, so you do one of these. Maybe it doesn't look like that right when you wake up, right? Because, you get sticky. But you just move. You do stuff that feels good. You do some back bends on the wall, right? Whatever works. The idea is find tight spots and loosen them up. Make yourself feel good. Feel good and have fun when you wake up. Move. You could do this throughout the day even. Like that's what Max Schenk talks about. But I want movement to be fun. That's the biggest thing. That's going to make it sustainable. A lot of people fail out of moving. A lot of people lose interest because it's not fun. Doing the same thing over and over again and seeing some progress, maybe the number on the bar goes up or what you're dealing with improves, that's cool, people can enjoy that. But even with progress, once you have sufficient progress, like with a morning routine as an example, when you wake up, if you feel loose and you feel that you have good joint range of motion and we've checked you and your internal rotation is awesome or whatever, like at which point do you have enough progress? At which point is it enough? We don't know. Whenever it's enough for you, I guess. And yeah, this is quite the rant, but if you're getting something out of it, then that's good. But your morning routine doesn't have to be robotic. It can be fun. And the more fun that you make moving, the more likely you are to keep doing it. And that's why people get old. Part of this morning routine is about keeping people feeling young, making movement fun, and you don't grow old and stop playing. You grow old because you stopped playing. So wake up and move. Have fun.